for me, the media is that platform that gives you and puts you on a pedestal to fly. So that is why I tell young people that social media, whatever place you find yourself, is a powerful tool that you can use to make yourself or to mar yourself. Do you know that the social media space that we are dominating today is something I never wanted to do?
Really? Why?
Yes. I used to feel that, I'm a broadcaster, my job is just to go to the radio and do my job 6 or 12 hours and I'm off. My husband was like, what if somebody hears you on the radio and wants to know what you look like?
Because the radio is just audio. Radio is audio, right?
So I'm thankful today that I did it and I'm here. I used to say, when some young people come to me, they say, I don't have the kind of love that I think I deserve. I said, that is because you have not given out the kind of love that you think you deserve. When you love yourself too much, everybody in your space have no other choice than to follow suit.
So it's important to love yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had that conversation with somebody recently, and we said you cannot pour from an
empty cup.
No, yes. You have to love yourself.
And my definition of love for me, for young people, it's like, this is what happens.
Hello everybody, welcome to another interesting episode of Foundhers Unfiltered podcast. On this set, we're careful enough to give you undiluted, untempered, unfiltered, raw, honest conversations that will help you navigate your path, will help you see a better side of your life, sometimes will help you question yourself, but not in a bad light, right? When you're done questioning yourself, you can learn lessons from the conversations we have on this set and make better use of it. I'm always here and I'll always come back to you with delightful, insightful people. I don't fail. I don't break promises. So you can hold me to it anytime. But for this set, I have with me a very respected woman. I'm trying to see how I can introduce her and keep you in some kind of suspense, right? But let's see if you can guess. I have Queen of the Airwaves. I have a media personality. I have a pastor. Are you coming with me? Roll with me, right? I have a pastor. I have someone who is best described as a phenomenal woman. Someone who I've actually followed, researched on, followed her pages. I've listened to her. I've read her quotes. That should give you a clue too. I have with me Pastor Mrs. Ememi Song, who is unarguably known as Quota.
Absolutely.
I have with me myself. Don't mind me. I'm here and I'm your host, Uyime Ebong. I'm always taking you through the ride of the unfiltered conversations. Welcome, Ma, on my set. It's glad to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
It shows
I feel at home here.
You look radiant, by the way.
Thank you. Beautiful. You look awesome.
Thank you. Don't mention.
Never to be caught on fresh ride.
Clock it. So let's get right in. Let's dive right in. We're going to have 20 minutes of very interesting conversations.
Okay.
But let me ask you first. Why Quota? What's the name?
Okay, a lot of people ask Quota. Quota means Queen of the Airwaves. Some time ago, I put that up online, and so the Quota Nation people came to the rescue. That's what Quota means. It's actually, my radio identity.
That's nice. I never would have thought there was an acronym. Should I be honest?
Really?
I thought it was because you write a lot of quotes.
I think I'll add that too.
You should. I'm telling you. Because I was like, Quota. I've literally asked you. So, Quota, could it be someone that quotes a lot? Someone that writes quotes. Then I'll go to your page. And I'll see you writing every day.
Inspirational messages.
Okay, maybe. But now I listen. Queen of the Airways. Quota. Thank you. Clock it. Okay, so let me ask you, as a media personality that you are, do you think the media space is a woman or a man's world?
Well, that's a very fantastic question. The media space is broad. can accommodate the male and the female. I think that this era now, as long as you're positive with what you're doing, you can be heard from anywhere you find yourself. So for the media space, it is for both genders.
So if you were not a media personality, what do you think you would define a media personality as?
Well, I will define them as the mouthpiece, the people who disseminate information. I will define them as the ones who have the say, because for me, the media is that platform that gives you and puts you on a pedestal to fly. So that is why I tell young people that social media, whatever place you find yourself, is a powerful tool that you can use to make yourself or to mar yourself.
Bring your pen, bring your book, get your tabs, get your phone, because we are going deep. So it's already started and I'm already picking, I'm getting some energy, I feel because I love the media. I have the background in media and communication. So
Absolutely.
When you're speaking with someone in your background, it feels different. It feels like you're at home. You're
I love the media too. I couldn't have done any other job.
And how long have you been there for?
15 as a radio broadcaster, newscaster.
15?
And yes.
A decade and a half. That's not beans,
I know.
It's not. Lots of challenges.
Absolutely.
Lots of things happening there. In a world where everybody has a ring light, has a microphone, has a I wanted to say podcast, but we're on
Oh yeah, podcast. you know that when I actually started my job newly, I was trying to balance that with marriage and all. Do you know that the social media space that we are dominating today is something I never wanted to do?
Really? Why?
Yes. I used to feel that, I'm a broadcaster, my job is just to go to the radio and do my job 6 or 12 hours and I'm off. My husband was like, what if somebody hears you on the radio and wants to know what you look like?
Because the radio is just audio. Radio is audio, right?
So I'm thankful today that I hear that and I'm here. I love it.
It's interesting. It's interesting because for me, I see most people shy away from social media, and I keep saying the same thing you just said. The social media is a tool. How you use it
determines what
comes out. So we had this debate during the last International Women's Day that was hosted by Foundhers, and we had a debate about social media being of an advantage or a disadvantage for women. Arguably, you could find a couple of things there that would speak to it being of a disadvantage. You can't really out. Everything has its pros and cons, right? But you see, as a tool, as a tool for visibility, as a tool for growth, as a tool for inspiration, social media does a lot.
Absolutely.
And it all also borders down to who you follow, what you choose.
That's right. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes, the algorithm will work how you want it to work. You can set it.
You decide what you want to imbibe, what you want to absorb, and what you don't need. You get it, let it go.
So you've done 15 years. What would you say is the major difference between the media personality that's faded off very fast? So you have people who just start and fade, or the ones that have people like you who have told the line for 15 years. What would you say could have cost the person who faded off fast?
I think that for the social media now, let's go there. You need to carve a niche for yourself and stay there.
Okay.
When you're trying to do everything all together, you will not be able to function. Let somebody say, oh, Unyeme, and they know if you go to her, this is what she can offer you. So I feel that for the social media, for you to be relevant, it means that you must identify something that you're good at. You cannot do everything. For instance, I used to say on the social media, we have content creators and we have influencers. I'm not a content creator. I'm an influencer. So if you're looking for a content creator, I'm not the one you're supposed to talk to. So when you identify your values, what you say, they will always have a way to come to you because this is what you offer.
Okay. So talking about not being an influencer, not being an influencer, not being a content creator, what would you say? What would you say is the highest, how do I put it? Something I'm trying to ask you, right? So most moms, most women are being influenced by certain things that happen on social media.
Absolutely.
Do you think, now away from the debate we had, do you think that the influence level right now is on the higher side than the disadvantage? The positive influence.
Positive influence.
You think it's higher than the disadvantage?
Absolutely.
Why would you say so?
I think that it is. You mean for myself or?
For women generally.
Generally.
Yeah.
Okay. Positive influence depends on what you surround yourself with. I've realized that if we want to stay with the women folk a little bit, they try to judge what they have physically with what they see online.
Yeah.
And they forget the fact that social media is what an individual wants you to see pay time.
Media generally.
So yes. So when you try to judge your present life, or you're trying to compare this, look at what this person is doing. Because I've stayed enough on the social media space to realize that the things that you envy are even mirage. The things you want to be like are not real.
They're not real.
So I feel that for every young woman, for every person who listens to me now, you should decipher what you filter from the social media.
Take what's
and
relevant.
yes, do some check and balance and know that your personal life, your home front, your family, your spouse does not necessarily need to be like the person you see online. That person is unique in his or her nature.
Okay. So now we're talking about social media and media generally. I'm going to take you a bit away from media, or let's say we're going to combine it.
Okay.
So I'm taking you to the other personality we know you as, the pastor's wife, and also a pastor. You know, social media has one way want to assume or want to, I know that being a pastor's wife gives you credibility. You have a community, a congregation, which you must have your moral authority.
Absolutely.
Moral authority has to do even with the speeches you make, the way you dress, the way you communicate with every other person, your aura generally, right? And on the other hand, you have the media personality. Now, the media is known not to be biased. The moment media or a reporter or a broadcaster begins to be biased, you've lost the essence of media.
Absolutely.
Good. Now, would you say that in your course of reportage or your course of being a media personality, there are certain times that you'd have to toe the line of being a pastor's wife? So you have something that is supposed to be really, really real, straight to the point. However it is, that's how the media should report. The media reports the truth and nothing but the truth. But somehow, you also want to bring in your moral part. Have you had this point?
Yes, I've had situations where you need to be careful with your words, the use of words, and the things that you say pay time. But I've also realized over the years that what has helped me is that I say it just the way it is, because I stand for the truth. If I see that what you're doing is not good, I'll use my platform and I will tell you. And I will say, I'm saying it. I know that is the truth. You might not really like it, but along the line, if you listen to me, you will know that, there is an iota of truth about what she said. So I try not to be biased with my words. I say them just the way it is. Yes.
So that means you've had a case of identity tension?
In a way. Some people will say, oh no, that was so hard.
Oh, yeah.
That was so hard.
You shouldn't have said it like
that.
Oh,
no. Because people will feel really, sad. Because I don't know how to really sugarcoat. So I'm saying, because I want this thing to be done well. And so if I use my platform and spoon feed you with things that are not true, I'm not doing the right thing myself.
So what if you was a church member?
If it's my church member and you are not doing something right, I stand for the truth. And I say it every time.
Wow.
And they know. That is why, for me, maybe I think it has a lot to do with my my moral upbringing, right? Growing up as a child, I do only the things that I know I can always defend. If they call me peradventure now, they say, hey, ma'am, what happened? They will know that if a ma'am is involved, it has to be good.
Okay.
And God has helped me too. So I know that sometimes there are some pastors' wives now that may be in a position to say the truth, but they cannot say because they are looking for help. Or maybe God has not really blessed them. You cannot blame them. I've had situations of people who say, I know this thing is not good, but I cannot really say because, these are people who support you. That is why I never wanted to be a pastor's wife. I actually always said, no, I cannot marry a pastor. But I'm here because I think God wanted me to be. And one of the things I always told God was, give me resources to be able to take care of myself. So that if somebody does something that is not good, you can say I will say it the way it is.
So talking about resources, what does success look like to you?
Success. Oh.
Is it just going by the day? Is it a particular thing, a particular height? Success both in your career, in your ministry.
That's a very vague word. So for me, success is every journey, every day, and arriving at a destination that might not be the final bus stop, but you're looking at your life and you look back in the mirror and you say, hey girl, you may not be where you used to be yesterday, but you are an inch closer to where you ought to be.
Okay, so have you had any time where you had to choose between a mem, the pastor's wife, and quota?
I have not actually, because I tried to marry both.
Okay.
If you know him, you know it's quota. You know him is the president of Foundhers Foundation. You know him is a woman on a mission and the convener. So I try to embody everything that has to do with me in one package.
So do you think that being a pastor's wife or a pastor, what should I address you as?
A pastor.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that being a pastor has opened more doors for you than being a media personality?
Well, I would think that the media has given me more visibility. My job has given me more visibility, but I find fulfillment in my calling.
Okay.
There is this joy that comes when you assemble young minds and you're able to impact them. And they come back months later, years later. I was here 3 years ago in the Woman on a Mission conference and something shifts in my life. This is where I am now. That is when you know that this is calling.
Yeah.
And you have done something.
And you are fulfilled.
So you might not give me a longer paycheck.
Yeah.
It might not give me the visibility like what my job gives me, but it brings me a sense of fulfillment.
And happiness.
And happiness.
And peace.
You look at them and you look at the investment you make in young people.
And the best investment is investment in people.
And you are grateful. You just go home and you'll say, oh, I don't want food today. I feel good.
Yeah,
I've had situations like that are very fulfilling for me.
Because when you invest in people, you invest in the future.
Absolutely.
And that person's future, hopefully the person you've invested in can invest in another person. So it has a ripple effect. It keeps going. And that is the joy of investment. So it's not just about turning money into more money, but turning people from just being people to being people of impact.
Absolutely.
And the world we are now, we need people that can impact other people.
Absolutely.
Because you may not be right there to impact the next person or the person in Sokoto, but somebody who you've impacted can do the job. So at that, I want to say thank you.
Thank you. So I see the things you do with Foundhers too, and I feel very proud of you.
Thank you.
I haven't had the time to say so. I'm very proud of you.
I want to cry. Thank you very much. Coming from you, I really appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. So I don't have a lot of time, and I wish I had long.
Oh my God!
Of this time, I'm going to come to sit down and have a very beautiful conversation. But before I let you, I'm going to ask you, building a career in media and by extension, Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the other people here. So building a career generally, but since you are in the media, I'm going to specialize on the media. In media, what has it really cost you? Your person, your life, what has it cost you building this career in this space?
I will first of all say that for you to build a successful career in the media space, you must first of all invest in yourself.
Okay.
If you're an empty vessel, you cannot offer to the people. When you invest in yourself, you believe in yourself, every other thing will fall into place. It's actually not been easy, but for you to first of all, for you to stand out in the crowd, you must be able to say, I am here.
You have your own identity.
Absolutely. This is what defines me. When you outline your values and what defines you, every other person that is coming to you comes to you on that premise because, oh, this is what defines her. And they follow through. I used to say, when some young people come to me, they say, I don't have the kind of love that I think I deserve. I said, that is because you have not given out the kind of love that you think you deserve. When you love yourself too much, everybody in your space have no other choice than to follow suit.
So it's important to love yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had that conversation with somebody recently, and we said you cannot pour from an
empty cup.
No, yes. You have to love yourself.
And my definition of love for me, for young people, it's like, this is what happens. This is can I get the glass of wine? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
This is a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Some people see a spouse and put the spouse inside this glass of wine. And when you put the spouse inside a glass of wine that you're supposed to sip, you will drown inside of it. So definition of love for quota is you have a glass and you drink wine from it. Let me drink my wine.
Please drink.
I love it.
Thank you.
Cheers. And so you fill this glass to the brim. And once you do that, the overflow in the saucer is where you put your loved ones. That way you have loved yourself. That is why, as God has helped me, the 3 kids I have, you cannot tell them that they are not loved. When they are in the overflow, they bask in the euphoria of the love you have given them. And you become a better version of yourself because you're not drowned. So that is my definition of love. And if you want to have a proper love language, when you put the family here, put your husband, put the kids, put your mother inside the cup, everybody will drown. Fill the cup, love you, set the record straight, and let people follow through.
Thank you. Thank you. If you haven't learned anything, which I know you have learned something, learn to love yourself. Give to yourself abundance of love, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You need to pour from a place of abundance, and then you'll be able to love other people. And by the time you love other people, every other thing will just follow suit. So thank you very much, ma'am. Should I take that as a closing speech?
Okay, sure. If this is where we're going to call it a wrap.
Want to say something in 1 minute?
I like to say, in life, no matter how slowly you go, one day, if you do not stop, you will surely reach your destination. We didn't get here just to give up. We got here because we had rigorous process of taking life one step at a time. So if you're listening to me now and you feel that you are not yet there, keep going. One day, when preparation meets you with opportunity, success will give you the destination that you deserve, that you are dreaming of. And thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
That's a full quote. A full quote.
So I need to add that quota. Yes.
1,001 people are thinking the same way.
And you know that the person that you desire to be has to be somebody that you see in your mirror.
Oh, nice.
Yes. It has to be somebody. If you cannot feature in the picture of the future you have not seen.
Hey, wait, lines they what? Cry.
So, first of all, envisaged, you will feature in it one day.
One day.
And Fine Her will call you and say, I see that you're doing a great job.
Please come and tell us. That's it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on this show. I truly, really appreciate it. And I truly appreciate you. I feel honored. I feel really
I'm
honored.
excited to be.
I am excited. Thank you. Thank you for pouring from a place of abundance, place of love, a place of wisdom, knowledge, and for being open to us so we could also learn. We really appreciate you. On behalf of Foundhers, we keep finding things behind this thing.
Oh my God, I didn't see that.
I said, thank you very much. Just from us.
Appreciate this. Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We love you.
I love you guys too. You guys are doing a great job. Keep at it.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
So thank you guys for staying with us through this period. It's been an amazing ride. A really, really interesting session. My name is Uyime Ebong. I remain your host. Undisputed, undiluted. Oh God, I want to hide myself, but see. I remain your host, Uyime Ebong, for the Founders Unfiltered podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our socials, leave a like, a comment, and share our posts, because we want to see you and your friends on the next show, and we also want you to keep seeing us on your timeline. Have a nice day. Bye.